Hello and welcome to the STFC Knowledge Base Academy. I'm John Siskar, and today we'll be talking about the combat triangle. So the combat triangle is the beginning step of any combat inside of Star Trek Fleet Command. With the combat triangle, you can see that you have battleships pointing at explorers, which are pointing at interceptors, which are pointing at battleships. And simply stated, this just means that battleships have an advantage when fighting explorers, explorers have an advantage when fighting interceptors, and interceptors have an advantage when fighting battleships. And so basically each of these ships kills the other ship better than any other type of ship. And so if you have an interceptor attacking an interceptor, there's no advantage whatsoever. And if you have an interceptor attacking an explorer, you have a weakness against it, so you're going to be in trouble. Surveys and armadas don't really count the same way. Surveys tend to be easier than any type of ship, and armadas, while the Klingon Federation and Romulan ones do actually have differences between them, are also relatively okay to fight with any type of ship. Same thing with defense platforms and bases. They don't really have an advantage based on the combat triangle. So let's do a few examples of this. If we go into the game right now, you can see that we have my ship here. I am in freebooter area because freebooters tend to be extremely hard ships to kill, and so you should see a pretty big difference in damage between the three. So let's start going with the triangle. You can see it has a little down arrow here. I have a green up arrow on my ship. And so when I attack it, I should not take too terribly much damage from this battleship because I'm attacking with an interceptor. Alright, so I don't take much damage there. I'm going to recall to base, repair, and come back so you can see the difference in damage between this and the next one. Alright, so my ship is back in system again. Last time I killed a battleship. Now I'm going to stick to the normal one-on-one of interceptor versus interceptor, so let's see what happens when I hit that. It should be more damage than I took from the battleship. Okay. I'm back again for the last attack. I should be hitting an explorer this time, so here we go. Again, when you click on an explorer, you can see that you have the down red arrow, they have the up arrow against you. And yeah, you can see I also took slightly more damage there. So I've blown this up a little bit so that it was clearer to see. You can see that in the interceptor versus battleship versus interceptor and interceptor versus explorer, you've taken about twice as much damage from one to the next. It's clear to see from the shields because the shields take the majority of the damage early in the fight until they're gone. But the hull health is proportional, so you have lost exactly the same proportion of hull health as shield health during these fights. And so it is definitely better to have the triangle on your side than to fight against the triangle. And so basically that's how it is. So when you click on a battleship, up arrow, down arrow. When you click on an interceptor, equal sign, and when you click on explorer, they have an up arrow, you have a down arrow. So pretty clear, pretty basic. When it comes down to it, you will definitely take more damage when you attack against the triangle versus following the triangle. So in general, you should be focusing on following the triangle as much as possible. When you follow the triangle, you will get more kills, you will get easier kills, and you will have smaller repair bills in the end. I'm John Siskar, and this has been the STFC Knowledge Base Academy.